Welcome back to Dave's Open Range. Today we're gonna fix a sticky brake cable on a bike that's been sitting out on a college campus for about 6 months over the winter. You can see the lever is not responding like it should, so we're gonna take the cable out of the housing and grease it up, lube the brake lever a little bit, and hopefully that'll free it up and work nicely. So first things first, we're gonna loosen up the cable out of the brake caliper here with a Allen wrench. It should be really easy since we're just taking the cable out of the housing to grease it. We don't have to take the little crimped end off of the end of the cable. So that just, if you squeeze the brakes together, that comes off like so. And then we're going to take the housing out of the braces on the frame so that we can free up enough cable to get grease where the housing used to be. So you can see I'm leaving the cable in place, pulling the housing down. We're going to grease this section of cable that was in the housing prior. So I'm going to use standard Philwood waterproof grease, common. Little dab on the fingers, and we're going to just massage it on the cable. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'd rather overdo it than under. And then we'll slip the housing back over where we just had it, and then move to a different section. And sometimes work it back and forth like that to make sure the grease is all applied within the housing. Now that we got that done, we'll take this back section and move it as much as we can. We might not expose, we're just trying to expose the cable that's outside expose the cable that was in the housing in that section. To really do it thoroughly, you need to take the cable all the way out of the housing, but that gets to be a bigger project and usually not completely necessary. So again, we're sliding that cable back and forth within the housing just to distribute the grease. And at this point, it should be as easy as reconfiguring the cable and snapping it back into the stops in the frame. So you can see right here where the cable, there's a slot for the cable to move inside the keeper. And there it is. And then the end of the housing seats down in there. Same with this one here. The slot for the cable. Housing seats down inside. Then we'll pull the cable through. And at that point, we're going to just slip it back into the caliper. The caliper here, the little crimped end came off. That's okay. Seat that down in that. And this is a little rubber boot to keep water out of that section of cable. That's okay. We'll just slip that back in. Squeeze the calipers together with your hands, and that'll slip back. That pivots up, and that will slip right down in there. You can see one strand of cable came off, so what I'll do is take some clippers and cut that off when we're done. Now I'm going to get a pair of pliers to just grab the cable. It's just easier. Slip it back in where it had been in the Allen bolt for the to tighten the cable down. I can tension it up with the pliers a little bit. I'm just going to roughly tighten it now, and then we'll see how it works after it's tightened up and adjust it as needed. Lastly, I'm going to take a little bit of WD-40 and just squirt a little bit into the brake lever because it's been out in the rain for 4 to 6 months, and that'll work its way around and make the brake lever work a little more freely. So let's just work that a little bit. So I'm going to squeeze the brakes and then pull them apart with my hand just to distribute that grease. It does work better, and it's way too loose. That's okay. So what we'll do is take the pliers, grab the cable so that I don't lose control of it after it's loose. And I'm going to loosen the Allen bolt up, and then I'm just going to rotate the pliers to pull it tighter and tighten the Allen bolt back down. And much better. That's a pretty quick but effective way to adjust the brake on a bike that's been out in the rain for 4 to 6 months in a northern climate. See you next time.